Okay, everyone just keep your microphone off for just a second while I do a quick introduction and we give everyone a moment to come in. So, here we go. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. And by the way, if you click on my name in the Verbling chat window, or you click on my name anywhere in the Verbling website, it'll take you here to my profile page. If you follow me on the left side, you can get notifications of my upcoming classes, and you can also communicate with me directly in the Verbling window, the message window. On the right side, you can book a private class or package, and I will work with you on creating a personalized learning program to help get you to your goals. If you're interested, just send me a message first so I can make sure that there's time for you in my schedule. And that's a little bit about me. Here's what we're going to do today. While we're waiting for everyone to come in, I'm going to give you a link to the material. If you want to see this in your browser, you can click on that link, and you can also download it so that you can review it later. And what we're going to be doing is talking about plans and schedules. These are going to be idioms and expressions. Many of these should be new, and even if they're not, you're going to get a huge list of expressions to work with. In fact, there's so much material that I'm going to do this class in two parts. Part 1 today, and part 2 will be tomorrow morning. Okay? So, we're still waiting for people to come in. They'll be coming in over the next few minutes. But let's say hello first to, let's see, what is your name? Is it Misan or is it Chung? Sorry, I don't.
Yes, Misan is correct.
Misan. And
yes.
Where are you from, Misan?
I'm from Korea.
From Korea. Great.
Yes.
Nice to have you. All right. Well, we're going to have some people coming in. Everyone's taking a bathroom break from last hour. They'll be back. They'll be back soon.
Okay.
But we'll. Let's get started. It's already 4 minutes after, so we'll get started and they'll probably join us. Plans and schedules. So we're going to learn a few things in the first 15 minutes of class. We're going to apply them to 1 or 2 exercises.
Okay.
And we're probably going to have time to do at least 1 speaking activity where you get to use them in a fluent way at the end of class.
Okay.
If we have time, we'll spend a minute or 2 reflecting on what we learned and deciding what was important, what we remember, that kind of thing. That's the plan.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Okay. Look at that expression on the top left side. Can you read that for me?
Plans and schedule.
Underneath, yeah.
Yes. Better late than never.
Have you heard that before? Better late than never?
No.
No. Oh,
yes.
What do you think it means? If you say to me, imagine for a second. Not you. Imagine a friend says to you, Lisa, I'm about to finish my master's degree.
Yes.
I'm 40 years old, but I just finished my master's degree. You could say to that person, well, better late than never.
Okay.
What would you mean in that case?
In the case, better late than never. It's it's better doing nothing than late. My expression is wrong.
It's better doing something than nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. It's better to do something. So even if you would like to have done a master's at 25, it's better to do it at 40 than never do it at all, right?
Okay. Yes.
There you go. And so you can see at the top, better late than never. This means that it's better to arrive someplace late than never arrive at all. Do you agree with that?
I'm agree.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm agree completely. Yes.
I'm agree or I agree?
Yes, I agree.
I agree. Okay.
Yes.
Lena, what about you? Do you agree with the adage, it's better late than never?
Yes, I agree with that too.
What kinds of things do you think would be better late than never to do?
Actually, any, just to learn something, to learn new language, to learn new stuff. I don't know. Just I think it's possible to apply it to everything.
Well, when you say language, I could not agree with you more about language. There used to be this crazy idea that you couldn't learn a language after 12 years old, or you couldn't learn them as well by the time you're an adult. And the truth is, it's just not true. Some people have an easier time than others, but the problem was the teacher, not I think the problem was a lack of understanding of how people learn. So for languages, for sure. In fact, there's some research out there that suggests the older you are, the better you are at learning a language. People in their 50s, in their late 50s, seem to learn language with a much greater ease than people in their 40s and 30s. Much more like teenagers. There's some research that suggests this, so I couldn't agree with you more. Better to learn a language late than never. So that's one thing. Let me see. Do you think that it's polite? Misan, do you think this is a polite thing to say?
Okay. Uh, uh,
What do you think?
I couldn't hear this. I couldn't hear this because I'm doing another things. I'm so sorry. Okay.
I was just asking, do you think that that expression, better late than never, do you think it's a polite thing to say? You think it's rude?
No, it's polite.
Yeah.
Yes, polite.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so we're going to see a million other expressions like it in just a minute. Okay, this is our first. We've still got seven people to join us, but I think everyone is taking their time coming in, so we're just going to go right ahead. So let's get ready. Section 1, get ready. Prepare to hear a conversation by looking at the picture to the left and discussing it. Okay? Before you listen to this conversation, before you get exposed to many, many, many expressions for planning and scheduling, look at the picture to the left. Tell me something, Lena. What is the woman holding in her hand? I know it's a little hard to see the picture, but
yeah,
what do you think?
The picture is white, black. I don't know. Just I think it's some kind of map or a book. I can see it very good. I can see it very clearly. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not the best picture. It's true. Either can I. I can't see it very clearly either.
Well, probably a map or something like some folder. I don't know.
But I can tell you this. If you look at the way she's dressed, there's only two possibilities for what kind of person she is. She's either a judge in court because they wear black robes, or she's a graduate because that looks like a graduation gown. Did you have to wear a black thing like that when you graduate university or high school?
Not actually. I think it depends on the university. Yeah, they usually wear a hat. Yes.
And that's what she's holding in her hand. She's wearing a graduation cap.
It's a graduation hat. Okay.
Yeah. And we call that a cap. We call that a graduation cap. Graduation cap. And it has a little tassel. It has a tassel on it. Tassel on top. So that little white thing looks like a string is actually a tassel. Okay, let me see if I can show you a picture of a tassel, by the way. Uh-oh, my chat window is not working. I can't show you. Give me a second here. I tried to put the words in the chat window, and I don't think it's working. Uh-oh. Well, I wrote the word tassel. No, the verb in the chat window is not working. I'm going to have to use the group chat. Put it there. So the first word I used was tassel. And a tassel looks like, let's see if we can see a quick picture of a tassel. Because it's a word you might not know. There is a tassel. Let's go in a little closer. That's a tassel. Graduation cap has one of these funny string things, which we call a tassel. All right, so there you go. Misan, does the man look happy? What do you think, Misan? Does the man look happy in the picture?
No, no, no. He is very serious.
He looks serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can you guess what the woman might be telling the man?
A woman tells him
Is
why.
telling him. Is telling
Yeah.
him.
Woman is telling him why he didn't get graduate the university.
He didn't graduate. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she's telling him what he did wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Mm.
One more question, but for both of you. What do you think their relationship is? Are they peers? Are they relatives? What do you think their relationship is?
I think they are peers.
You think they're peers in school? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lena? Do you agree?
Actually, I don't know. I think they look a bit old, yeah, for being just usual students. I guess probably just a woman. I think she's just. I guess she's older, and she has just graduated from the university, and just probably by discussing, she says that she had done it, she succeeded, and probably she advises also the men to pursue the same career, and she says better late than never. I think something like that. I don't know, but probably. Probably they're not peers, probably they're just relatives, I don't know, probably they're just a husband and wife, I don't know.
I thought that was his mother.
Oh, probably mother, I don't just the picture is a bit black-white, and sometimes it's difficult just to predict the age.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're actually going to listen to them talk, okay? So, think about the answers to your questions, and what we're going to do is we're going to answer a few different questions afterwards, but it's based on this conversation. So if you give me just a second, listen carefully. The guy's name is Ken. The woman's name is Abby. So I'm going to say Ken and Abby as I read this to you. Here we go. And I can tell you the title of this little dialogue you're going to hear is called Problem Graduation. So think about that, too. Here we go. Abby says, "Did you hear about Patty? She's about to leave school." Ken, "She is? Why? She's such a good student." Abby, "She's failing her history class." Ken, "Oh my God, what happened?" Abby, "She says she can't keep track of all the dates and names." Ken, "That's true. It's awfully hard to remember all of them." Abby, "Her family was really looking forward to her graduating. You know, she was the first person in her family to go to college. They were very excited." Ken says, "That's such a pity. I know her family was planning a graduation party for her. I guess they'll have to call off the party." Abby says, "Yes, that's clear, since Patty's plans to graduate have fallen through. No graduation, no party." Ken, "I'm not sure I understand why she's leaving, though." Abby, "Well, she fell behind in all of her work. She owes 2 research papers, and remember, she was sick a month ago. Since then, she hasn't been able to catch up on her work, even though she's been working hard." Ken, "Oh, I forgot about that. I feel so sorry for her. She must be upset that she has to put off her graduate later than everyone else. But did she think about this decision carefully, or did she just decide on the spur of the moment?" Abby, "I'm sure she thought about it a lot, but she's too far behind schedule. She has too much work to do. I mean, the only way she could graduate now is if she studies round the clock, all day, every day until graduation. Ken, can we help her? Abby, I don't know. What do you think? Ken, well, I think if we could work together, we could make good time. We could get all the work done a lot faster. Abby, but isn't that cheating? I don't want to do anything against the rules. Ken, no, we'll only help her. Pat will have to carry out the actual writing and take the tests. We'll just organize the notes and find books and articles for her. Abby, okay, that's a good idea. With all of us working together, Pat can bring her work up to date, and then she can graduate on time. Ken, great. Do you think she'll like our plan? Abby, what choice does she have? The school isn't going to move graduation back a month to June instead of May. Together, the three of us can move Pat's work schedule up instead. And that is the story of Ken and Abby. Is that a little different than what you expected? Or did you both fall asleep?
No, I didn't fall asleep. Yes, it's completely different. We are indeed peers, as Miss An said.
So they are peers, exactly. Okay, so let's do this. Just make sure that you understand what you heard. By the way, let's say a quick hello to Claudio, who's joining us right now. Hello, Claudio. Nice to have you in class.
Hello, teacher.
And Claudia, let me guess. You are from Brazil, am I right?
No, I'm from Mexico.
I was just guessing because I saw Campos and I thought maybe that you were from Brazil. Nice to have you with us, Claudio. We are learning idiomatic expressions, idioms, phrasal verbs having to do with planning and scheduling. Okay?
All
right. And we just listened to a dialogue between these two people talking about a friend in a difficult situation. And we heard lots and lots and lots of expressions in that dialogue. You're going to have a chance to look at it again and pick out some of the key expressions. Okay, for those of you who are listening, why can't Patty graduate on time? What's the problem, class?
I think she's very busy. She has to work. Then she has to write pre-research papers, and she was sick.
Right, that's the main thing. She was sick,
yes.
Right?
And she can't catch up on her work.
Right, she can't catch up on her work. By the way, Claudio, here's a link in the group chat to the presentation. If you want to see it up close, just click on that link and you can open it or download it in your browser. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Misun, how do her friends plan to help her? Was that part clear?
I listened to the beginning of the conversation, but
Are they going to help her?
Yes, they wants to help her.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Did you catch the plan? What are they planning to do? Are they going to give money to the school? They're going to pay for her graduation? They're going to bribe somebody? Yes or no?
No.
No, they're not going to bribe anyone. They're going to do it legitimately. Are they going to cheat? No. So, Lena, I think it's up to you. How are they going to help her? What's the plan?
Actually, I had some problem with the sound.
Oh, really?
It's extremely stormy here. I don't know, probably. Just if I understood correctly, it was they wanted to work together, just three of them, and then they just wanted to postpone the graduation. I think to June, except May.
Well, they can't postpone the graduation, but the idea is they're going to work together even though she needs to do the work, they're going to help her by helping her organize the work and find books for her to finish the papers. So they're not going to have her cheat. They're just going to help her by being kind of like assistants, like research assistants. They're going to find the materials for her. By the way, what is cheating? I mentioned the word, but we didn't define it. Maybe, Claudia, you could tell us this. What is cheating? What does that mean, to cheat?
When you do something that is not wrong or with advantage to the other person.
Yeah, with an unfair advantage.
Yeah, unfair, yeah.
Yeah. So it's easy to fill in the answers on a test if you already can see the answer key. That would give you a serious advantage. It's not fair, right? That's cheating.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do this. Let's read through this one time. You've heard it once. You've got the main idea. And we're going to be looking at the entire list of important keywords. Okay? But first, let me see if I can jump forward. I can see if I can jump forward and show you the transcripts. Give me a second. It's all the way at the end. Okay, here we go. I want us to read through it one more time because I want you to see exactly what's going on, and I want you to actually see in bold some of the key expressions we're learning. All right, and then I'm gonna test you on them. So use the context to understand the key expressions. All right, so Claudio, you're going to read Ken's part. And Misun, why don't you read Abby for the first part, and then Lena will read Abby for the second part. Okay? So, Misun, why don't you start us off? You're Abby.
Okay. Oh, where is it?
Can you see where we are? We're on slide 24.
Okay.
If you can't read on the screen, just open it up and go right to slide 24.
Okay. Do I read Abby?
That's correct.
Yeah. Did you hear about Patty? She's about to leave school.
She is? Why? She's such a good student.
She's failing her history class.
What happened?
She says she can't keep track of all the dates and names.
All the dates and names.
All the dates and names.
Good.
Oh, that's true. It's awfully hard to remember all of them.
Her family was really looking forward to her graduating. You know, she was the first person in her family to go to school, to go to college, and they were very excited.
Oh, that's such a pity. I know her family was planning a graduation party for her. I guess they'll have to call off the party.
Yes, that's clear. Since Pat's plans to graduate have fallen through, no graduation, no party.
Okay. Lena, why don't you take over now for Abby, the second part? Claudia, since you weren't listening in the beginning, I'm going to have you read the entire thing. Okay? So Ken says, on page 25, Claudio, Ken says?
Yeah. I'm not sure I understand why she's leaving, though.
Well, she fell behind in all her work. She owes 2 research papers. Remember, she was sick a month ago. Since then, she hasn't been able to catch up on her work, even though she has been working hard.
Okay, I forgot about that. I feel so sorry for her. She must be upset that she has to put off her graduation and graduate later than everyone else. But did she think about this decision carefully, or did she decide on the spur of the moment?
I'm sure she thought about it a lot, but she's too far behind schedule. She has too much work to do. I mean, the only way she could graduate now is if she studies around the clock all day, every day, until graduation day.
Oh, can we help her?
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think that if we all work together, we can make good time. We can get the work done a lot faster.
But isn't that cheating? I don't want to do anything against the rules.
No, we'll only help her, but we'll have to carry out the actual writing and take the test. We'll just organize notes and find books and articles for her.
That's a good idea. With all of us working together, Pat can bring her work up to date, and then she can graduate on time.
Great. Do you think she'll like our plan?
What choice does she have? The school isn't going to move graduation back a month to June instead of May. Together, the three of us can
Move.
move Pat's work schedule up instead.
Okay. Is it schedule or schedule, Lena?
Schedule in American English.
Right. Which English do you prefer?
Actually, I was fan of British English, but after I joined Berlin, yes, and after I taking classes here, I just recognized that it's much easier for me to speak American English as the British one.
Right, right. So, in that case, schedule. All right. Very good. So, you've got how can we do this? I want you to look. I'm going to put this on screen for you, and I want you to look on slide. I'm going to be on 5 first, and then I'm going to go to 6, and that's it. 5 and 6. What I want you to do is take the expression or the idiom that you saw, the one you just read, and see if you can match it to a simplified definition. We're going to go through 16 idioms that you listened to and then read. Okay? Let's see if the context will help you. If you're unsure, no problem. Then I want you to go to the presentation in 24 and take another look. In fact, I'm going to put the presentation here for you so I can flip back and forth really quickly. There. Okay, so we'll see if we can find them in context as well. All right. Mise-san, number 1. Read it and give us the best match. You're finding the definition.
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not skilled about the internet and come out of this paper. So I'm very confused this time. Okay, so
Wait. What do you see, Mise-san? What do you see on the screen right now?
On the screen, the idioms. Number 1, be about to keep track of kind of things.
Yeah, great. Okay, so that's all you need. So the first one is be about to, right?
Yeah, yes.
Does it mean be ready? Or does it mean be nearby? Or does it mean be around? Which is the best match?
Be about to. Be around?
Be around. Okay, let's see. You can see, read Abby's first line, Mise-san.
Yes. Did you hear about Patty? She's about to leave school.
Right. About to, that's all you need. She's about to leave school. Okay. Does that mean she's around the school?
No. About to leave. Be ready.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. So that's all we have to do. We're going to use the context of the dialogue we read to figure out the meaning of these expressions. That's going to give you a big list, a kind of a weapon that you can use in the fight to talk about plans and schedules. You're going to have 16 new expressions by the end of class.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
And we'll go back to the dialogue and we'll find an example if there's a mistake. Lena, take number 2 for us.
To keep track of,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's remember. She can't remember all that historical data or something like that.
Right, because she's studying history, and the guy said, yeah, it's really hard to remember. In fact, I'll even tell you the line, if I can find it quickly. Abby, she says she can't keep track of all the names and dates. That was the exact line. Okay, good. So it's to remember. Claudio, look at number 3.
Yeah, it's look forward.
Look forward to.
I look forward to. I think that it's in the context, maybe happily expect.
Happily expect. Okay, good. And Abby's line was her family was really looking forward to her graduating. Really looking forward to her graduating. So they happily expected her to go to the graduation with all the other students. So, Claudio, you are correct. Okay? We're back to you, Misan. Look at number 4.
Call off.
Mm-hmm.
Call off. I think it's a remove.
Call
Remove.
off is remove. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's listen to the original sentence.
Okay.
Ken's line is, I know her family was planning a graduation party for her. I guess they'll have to call off the party.
Okay.
Now
Cancel.
Right, it's cancel. Right.
Okay.
So call off is to cancel. Have you ever had to call something off?
No, never.
No?
Because
You're
this
lucky.
class. Yes. So high level for me.
Why? You're getting the answers correct. What's the
Yeah.
problem?
Anyway, thank you.
Sounds okay to me. And remember, all of these words are supposed to be new.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Really? They're supposed to be new. You're supposed to learn them.
Okay. I'm learning.
Okay, good. Yes, by the way, I should point that out. I know in other classes, people go there to practice, and that's fine. In my classes, I try to give you new language, which is sometimes difficult if you have lots of people from different levels. But I try to make sure that you learn something new each class, that's something that you might not have seen, something that's, either a little bit more advanced or just something a little different than normal. I try my best to do that anyway. So don't expect to know the answers, okay? Expect to use the context to help you. That's the key thing. Okay, so I lost my place. Who's next? I think it was Lena for number 5.
Fall through.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's failed to happen.
Uh-huh. That was fall through. Fail to happen. Yeah, that sounds about right. The original sentence was, since Pat's plans to graduate have fallen through, there's no graduation, right? No graduation, there's going to be no party. So they have failed to happen. Sounds good. Claudio, try number 6 for us.
Yeah, fall behind.
Fall behind, right.
Yeah. Maybe go too slowly.
Go too slowly. Sounds good to me. The original sentence was, Pat fell behind in all of her work. She owes 2 research papers. She fell behind. Right? So, yeah, she didn't forget about the research papers. She didn't drop them. She's just going too slowly. Sounds good.
Teacher, I have a question.
Go for it.
Yeah, in that list, the 3 maybe solution is the same, or is only one correct and the other is not
only
correct?
One is correct.
Okay. The other is not related to that phrasal or idiom?
Yes, the other 2 are not related.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If you see one that you think if you think there's two answers that are correct, tell me, because I don't know. Either there's a mistake or who knows. But yeah, there's supposed to be only one correct answer for each of these
Okay.
to make it relatively easy. Okay, let's do 7 through 16, and that will be the complete list of new words for today. I don't expect you to remember 16 new words. That's actually kind of difficult. But we're going to do part 2 of this class tomorrow morning, an hour earlier. So if you just sort of get familiar today, you'll have a big advantage tomorrow because we're just going to use them the entire class. Okay, so we're back to you, Misan, to catch up on.
Catch up on means I think a take.
Catch up on means to take.
Yeah.
Let's see. Abby says, well, remember Pat was sick a month ago? Since then, she hasn't been able to catch up on her work, even though she's been working really hard. She hasn't been able to do what?
Find.
To find her work? Well, she can find her work, but the problem is the schedule, right?
Okay.
So to catch up on means, well, it says agree with the schedule. That's kind of weird. To stay with the schedule, to be on schedule.
I think catch up meaning is if a student lost the heat they're studying, then he wants to be followed, cover up their study. That means, okay.
Let's put it this way, Misan.
Yes.
What's the opposite of catch up? If you're in a race, you can catch up. What's the opposite of catch up? Think about a race. Think about runners in a race.
I know what you mean, but I can't express about it.
Well,
yes,
if
catch up.
the people who are catching up, are they running fast or are they running slow?
Running fast.
Exactly. To catch up is to run fast enough that you are with the fastest runners. And the opposite of catch up is when you start running slow.
Yes.
What happens when you run slow? You fall. Fall.
Yes. For the competition.
Fall, not fail. Fall. Class, help her out. You fall. If you run slow in a race, you fall.
Through?
Fall.
Help me, class.
Fall behind. Fall behind. So think about these in terms of opposites. You've got catch up. The opposite is fall behind.
Okay.
Catch up and fall behind. Okay?
Yes.
Lena, put off matches with?
I think it means to make later.
To make later, right. And the original sentence was, she must be upset that she has to put off her graduation. That means to delay the graduation, to make it later. Perfect. Claudio, on the spur of the moment. Let me read you that sentence, so you can, because it's a little hard to, it's a kind of a difficult one. The sentence was, Ken said, but did she decide about this, but did she think about this decision carefully? Or did she decide to not graduate on the spur of the moment?
I think that is without planning.
Without planning. Spur of the moment means instantly, without thinking about it.
Yeah, without thinking. Yeah.
A spur is a point. You can stab yourself with a spur. And a spur is the thing that cowboys used to use on their boots to get the horse to run, because it's like little points. So the spur of the moment is like this little point in time. In fact, let's take a quick look at what a spur is. I want to show you a picture so you can see what I mean by a spur. This is a spur. Let me make it bigger. There's a picture of a spur, and here's a better one. And can you see those little points on the wheel, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, those little points are the spurs, and you would literally kick the horse in the side, and which would give it a little you like give it a little prick with a point. You'd sort of stab the horse, which is kind of a nasty thing to do, and the horse would then run faster to get away from the pain. So the spur of the moment is a point in time. Think about it like that. Okay, number 10 is behind schedule. Nisan, what do you think? Early, on time, or late?
Behind the time late? Where is
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Late. That's easy. Behind schedule, late. Okay? Round the clock, Lena. Round the clock, Lena.
Around the clock, it's continuously.
Continuously, yeah. Sometimes we say 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Continuously. Claudio, to make good time. And in the original sentence, it said, well, if we all work together, we can make good time. We can get the work done faster. What do you think, Claudio?
Maybe it's work fast.
Work fast. In that context, work fast. Yeah. Not spend a lot of time. Make good time would be to spend a little time. And it's not wasting time. It's productive. So work fast. Good. Okay, Misan. Number 13 is to carry out. And the original sentence of carry out was Ken's line at the bottom. He says, Pat will have to carry out the actual writing and take the tests. We'll just organize the notes. What does carry out mean?
Organized, complete. Carry out, complete.
Complete. Carry
Yes.
out is to do something, to complete it. Not to hold it, not to avoid it. Okay? Lena, bring up to date. Bring up to date.
I'm not sure. Could give an example, please?
I certainly can. Wait a second. Is this it? Where is it? Oh no. Did I lose the page? There we go. Look at Appy's line at the bottom. Pat can bring her work up to date, and then she can graduate on time. Right? With all of us working together, Pat can bring her work up to date. Take a look.
Probably cost to agree with the schedule.
Right. And I don't like the word agree here. I think it's kind of a weird way to put it. It calls to be on schedule. That's what they mean by agree. Okay? Agree is kind of a weird word in this context. Okay, we got 2 left. Claudia, second to last. Move back. And in the context, the school isn't going to move graduation back a month. They're not going to move it back.
Yeah, I think that is scheduled early.
Schedule earlier. Schedule earlier. Yeah? Is that it? Schedule earlier?
Yeah, I think.
Is it scheduled earlier or scheduled later?
No, it's May to June. No, schedule later.
Yeah, move back is to delay, to schedule later. Okay. And move up, well, that's pretty easy. If schedule later is move back, then move up, Misan, can only be one thing.
Okay. Schedule earlier.
That's the only thing it could be, right? Because it's the opposite of move back.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Let's see if you understand these. I'm going to give you a little quiz here, just 6 questions, and then we're going to do a little speaking activity where you're going to use as many of these expressions as you can remember. But first, a little quiz. First one is for you, Misan. People who make good time are usually late. True or false?
Who make good time are usually late. Make good time are usually late.
What do you think?
I think it's true.
People who make good time are usually late. Well, good time would mean that you arrive on time, not late. Because think about it like this. Imagine you're driving to work.
Yes.
No, imagine you're taking a taxi to work.
Okay.
And you would say to the taxi driver,
Uh-huh.
okay, which direction do we need to go to make good time? And the taxi driver has to give you a suggestion, right? Are you trying to arrive late, or are you trying to arrive on time if you're going to work in the morning? Obviously.
On time. On
Yeah,
time.
obviously, right? So that's an expression that you might use in that situation, just to be clear. So people who make good time are usually late is false, because they are usually on time. They make good time because they, whatever, plan ahead or whatever they have to do. Choose the right direction. I don't know. So number one is false, actually.
Okay.
If your plans for tonight fall through, Lena, you may have to stay home. True or false? Lena.
You may have to stay home. I think that's true. To fall through, it means something like change or just
Yeah, or fail. Yeah.
fail. Yes.
Yeah. So you may have to stay home if you plan to go out to the concert, but it's raining. You have to stay home. Your plans fell through. Claudio, when someone is about to retire, he or she doesn't have a job now. This one is not in the dialogue, I don't think. Oh, no. It is. The key phrase here is about to. Yes, it was in the dialogue. About to. If someone is about to retire, he or she doesn't have a job right now. True or false?
I think that is. Well, I understand that is to retire is when the age they can work, like
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Too old to work.
Yeah, too old to work.
Correct.
And it's about is to be ready. No, I think
Yeah.
So
Basically. Yeah.
In that case, I think that it's true.
It's true. If someone is ready to retire, they don't have a job now. Are you sure that's true? Are you 100% sure? If I'm going to retire, I'm still working, correct? I'm still working now if I'm about to retire.
Okay. But in this case, to retire is you
stop work.
Don't have stop work. Yeah.
You can't stop work if you're not working now.
Okay.
Are you working now, Claudio?
Yeah.
Are you 65?
Yeah.
You're 65 years old, Claudio?
No.
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 If you were 65 in December, would you retire next year? If you were 65 in December, would you retire next year?
It depends.
No, it doesn't depend. It doesn't depend. Could you retire next year if you were 65? You could, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. So, you would be about to retire unless you decided that you wanted to keep working. That's your choice if your company lets you, you know. But yeah, but you would be about to retire. So just to be clear, you are working now if you're about to retire, because you can't stop working unless you have a job. You have to have a job first, okay?
Yeah.
What are you about to do? Claudio, when the class ends, what are you about to do?
What?
What are you about to do in 10 minutes from now when class ends? What are you about to do?
I'm going to study.
You're about to study.
Yeah, I am about to study.
Not going to study, about to study. And that's the same as saying I'm going to study. It's the same. I'm about to study. That means in the very, very, very near future. Okay?
Okay.
Give me a second, everyone. I need to plug in my computer or my battery will turn off the computer. One moment. I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, got it. Misan, doctors shouldn't recommend serious operations on the spur of the moment.
It's true.
True, isn't it?
Yes, because on the spur of the moment is without thinking.
Exactly, right, without thinking.
Yes.
It's like a little point in time and you need more thinking time because maybe there's an alternative, right? Maybe. What have you done on the spur of the moment, Misan? Have you ever done anything on the spur of the moment?
For me?
Have you ever done anything on the spur of the moment?
I've ever done kind of things, but not many. So this sentence is very confusing for me because it shouldn't recommend serious is negative, but on the spur of the moment is negative thing. Without thinking is negative thing, I think.
Yeah.
The two kind of negative things is positive.
No.
Okay.
Because the word spur is not negative.
Without thinking.
It can only be positive if there's two not in one sentence.
So this sentence meaning is have to do that, doctor. Have to do. Because doctor recommend, not shouldn't. Doctor recommend serious operation to the patient.
No. The first part is definitely negative.
Yes.
Right.
And
but the second part.
Yes.
It would only be wrong if you had the word not in the second part. The word not does not exist in the second part, therefore it's acceptable. So it's true that on the spur of the moment means without thinking. That's true.
Yes.
But it's still okay because there's no not. It's only a double negative if you have two nots in one sentence, and we don't have two nots. So I think doctors shouldn't recommend serious operations, right, without thinking. Without thinking is also okay. Even though it's a negative idea, it's not a negative word. It's not really negative. So it's okay. Doctors shouldn't recommend. Let's say it in a positive way, Misan. Let's say it in a positive way. Doctors should recommend.
Okay, now I know. Okay.
Yeah, doctors should recommend other options instead of a serious operation. They should recommend other options first. So if you put it in the positive, it's easier to understand. What should they do? They should recommend many options. They should recommend a second opinion. Okay?
So is that true? Doctors shouldn't recommend.
I think it's true. Doctors shouldn't recommend serious operations on the spur of the moment. I think so. I think it's true. I think that you should really think about these things.
Okay.
I mean, it's my opinion. I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not really a good example for true and false, is it? Okay, we've got two more to test you. Yeah, some of these are not that clear, actually. Two more to test you out. Lena for 5 and Claudia for 6. Lena, when you are behind schedule, you have to hurry.
When you are behind schedule, you have to hurry. I think it's true. Behind schedule, it's something like when you are late.
Right. So if you're late, you've got to hurry up. Correct. Claudia, number 6, last one.
Yeah, people are usually afraid of things that they look forward to, and I think that it's false.
I agree. How do they feel about things they look forward to?
Excited.
Yeah, usually
Not
look
afraid.
forward to things you want to do, right? That's a very positive thing.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Tell me, which of these expressions or phrases was new for you today, Claudia? What's one that you maybe hadn't heard before?
All of them.
Well, give me one that you're going to start using.
Maybe look forward to. Maybe I
to?
look forward to my develop my English, or I look forward to my skills.
Okay, I look forward to improving my skills, right?
Yeah.
Good. Misan, what's an expression that was new for you today?
I'll say around the clock.
Around the clock.
Yes,
Okay.
maybe it's pretty good.
Use it as an example. Think about a personal example where you could use that.
I have to study English around the clock.
Very good. Yeah. To get better, I have to study around the clock. Or at least practice around the clock. I don't know if you have to study, but you have to practice. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, teacher.
Lena, give me one expression that was new for you or less familiar for you.
For example, like to make good time.
To make good time. Good.
Yeah.
Think of a context for that. Can you think of an example how you could use that?
Oh, I don't know. It's something like to work faster.
Could be, but think of a real example from your everyday life where you could use that expression. Think about things you have to do.
I should make a good time of my project to be on schedule.
On schedule.
On schedule, yes.
I should make good time. How will you make good time? What will you do to make good time?
To prioritize, for example.
There you go. If I prioritize well, I'll make good time on this project.
Okay, if I prioritize well, I'll make good time of this project.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Okay, let's stop there for today. You can continue working on this presentation if you like, because I have an exercise for you on page 7. No, we just did that, sorry. I have an exercise, the rest of the true and false are on page 8 if you want to try them. But I have an exercise which is a little easier on page 9, where you're going to choose an ABC choice to fill in the missing blank, the missing word. So that's on 9 and 10. And the other stuff we're going to do, I think, in class. Let me just see. Give me a second here. I've got a lot of stuff here. So you know what? You could definitely do on your own the rest of the true and false on slide 8. And you could do the second exercise on slide 9 on your own. And I'll be happy to go over the answers with you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to start this class 1 hour early. So it's going to be 12 GMT, 1 hour earlier than today. And in the second half of the class, you're going to be using this vocabulary to do a role play or various role plays. I'm going to give you a set of words on the screen. You're going to have to use all of the words in a dialogue with someone else from class, so you're going to get a chance to use them in a very fluent way and get some extra practice. But we'll review the meaning of the key phrases at the very beginning so that you're not totally unfamiliar with them. We'll go over them one more time. That's it. Okay, so download the presentation, do it really quick, or open it in the browser because I'm going to close the class. Try those 2 exercises on 8, 9, and 10. Okay? Come in tomorrow and let's try out the rest in a role play. All right? That's it for today. I'll be back for 2 hours from 12 to 2 GMT tomorrow. Fluency Fundamentals, followed by part 2 of our business class from Monday. Bye for now, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye. See you. Bye-bye.